All right, here's the car I just bought. It's been sitting in here for 15 years. And you can see somebody's rubbed up against it. I think that was probably one of us recently. But I think the paint is going to come out killer on this thing. So the owner did say it's got a replaced engine out of another Mustang. So we'll have to dig into that. It was backed in here, and then that was it. And as you can see, it's been sitting ever since. And I kind of think this car might be helping hold up that wall, but I'm not sure. So we'll see when the tow truck gets here and see if that wall collapses or not. All right, this is the first wash this car is going to have in 15 years. As you can see, it's absolutely filthy. We're not too worried about getting the interior wet, just because clearly you can see the mold in there. It's already gotten wet, so that's going to need attention all on its own. But yeah, we're going to take you guys along for the journey. All right, so rather than listening to the beautiful sounds of my pressure washer, which I'm sure those of you who had their volume up very much appreciate, I figured I'd just do a voiceover here for this part. So at this point, I can't really tell the extent of the damage of the paint, if any, and we'll get there in a second. But the pressure washer does a good job of knocking the initial dirt and grime off. That way we can get it down to a better scrubbable surface. Working around here on the vehicle, you can tell there's some paint chips missing on the lower bumper there in the rear. And it's really hard to pick up in this video because the car is wet. But the rear deck lid of the trunk will need resprayed, as well as the hood and the tops of the fenders, because they are just so sun-beaten, which is kind of weird because the owner said that when they put it away, the paint was absolutely perfect and it was always in that garage. So I don't know what's going on there. I don't know if the owner's memory of the vehicle was a little rusty or not, but I can't complain. You know, I got this car for a really good deal. And here you can tell I'm going to work scrubbing. So this is to get any remaining grime off that the pressure washer may have missed. And it's really hard to tell here, but you can tell there's definitely a color difference on that hood. You know, it's not a factory hood. Maybe they had cleared it right there on the fender of the driver's side, though. You can definitely see that discoloration. So anyway, I'm happy with the way that it turned out. You know, there's still some things to address on the paint. There's, you know, I'm probably always going to find things. But I can't complain after seeing the conditions where this thing lived for the past 15 years, essentially. And the interior is going to be a whole different animal of itself. And here you can see we're doing the final pressure wash, and you know, basically that's the initial wash. I will tell you, after this, after it got done drying, there was still a lot of dirt on there. So we will have to go ahead and do a round 2 of this, but this just gave us a better idea of what we were actually dealing with here. All right, this is the first attempt at starting this car after it's been sitting for 15 years. Go ahead, let's see what we get. What is that noise?
Dude, something's pissing out of here.
What is that?
Or is that coolant starting to go through? Look under the car.
No, something's sloshing around. For sure. What is that?
It sounds like it's dripping.
Dude, okay.